Good morning, everybody. I don't think anybody's here yet. I'm barely here. But it's Sally, the upside down picker, and my cat's over there doing something. I don't have any idea what he's doing. Making a bunch of noise. I have no idea. I just don't even know. He's being a brat this morning. It's like he's after something, but it sounds like he's playing with the car. That's what he's doing. He thinks it's really funny because he picks it up with his nails and slams it down and then makes it roll. He's so funny. I guess nobody's coming in with me today. It's probably just going to be me. I know that's boring. I apologize. If you would like to come on, you are welcome to do so. It was a really fast weekend. I mean, even with working and stuff, because I worked. Let's see, since Thursday, and was it Thursday? No, Wednesday night. Today. Hi, Anessa. Good to see you. Yeah, I think I went in Wednesday night. No, Thursday night is when I went in. And so I had to do money this weekend. So I had to do 10-hour shifts while I was doing that. So not too bad. I mean, it was all right. But I didn't sell hardly anything all weekend. I think I sold some stuff on Friday. A couple things. And that was it. And I haven't had any sales since then. And then I was like, oh, well, it's probably because I haven't done my promoted in a while, and I probably need to reset my sale, and I did that, and still just crickets. So I'm hoping that everybody else had better sales than me, because it was really, really, really quiet. But that's what happens sometimes. And I got out of the listing habit, which is screwed up. I just, could not get it together, couldn't make it happen. And oh man. Sorry, Anessa. Yeah, I know that's hard. Yeah, there was supposed to be one huge storm. That's funny. So did you guys get a lot of snow there, Anissa? We didn't get any. We just got the cold. That's all we got. But it looks like Bridget got plenty. But we got that cold, and it was, man, one day it was like negative. It was over -10, and with the wind chill, it had to have been -20. Wow, you guys got about a foot. See, we got a little bit of snow this morning, but nothing really to even mention. It was not really enough to mention. It was really small amount, and then this morning like a trace. Oh no. That sucks. Yeah, my car's been really acting up this whole weekend, so I'm hoping that it's just because it was so cold and maybe I didn't warm it up long enough or something. Use it as a cooler in the winters, yeah. I mean, we definitely have that option to where we can, we could put stuff in the garage or stuff right out on our porch, as long as you don't think that nothing's gonna come by and take it. But if you have it in a cooler or something, it's fine. It doesn't even hurt it unless it's just too cold. That does make sense. Man, Anessa, I think you might be the only one in the comment section. Nobody else is even here except the lurkers. Oh, there's Liz. Come get your snow. It's lost again. Yeah. Shit. Oh, there's the lurkers. They're coming in now. Hi, Carol and Bub Crack. Yeah, I don't know where everybody's at. Somebody else better is probably on. Maybe that's why. I don't know. I have not talked to Todd, so I have no idea when he's coming back. I probably should have took today off too. I thought it was just going to be a week that he was going to be gone, but maybe more. Or maybe he's sleeping in. Who knows? Well, you know what I mean, Anissa. Paul, he's been running around and playing with Matchbox cars on the floor. He likes to pick them up with his claws and sling them.
Hey.
He's super funny. How you doing, Bum Crack?
Hmm?
Hey there, Hank. Oh, look at there. It's Tom.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Yeah, you sound good.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Carol, my cat plays with Matchbox cars. Or Hot Wheels, or whatever you want to call them.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're welcome, Bum Crack. Hope you're feeling good.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing today?
Oh, cold.
Yeah,
It's like 34. I know you're like, what a whip.
19.
Oh, God. Above zero, right?
Ugh.
Above
It-
zero?
Yeah, it was -7 yesterday.
Oh, screw that. Why do you still live up there? Hey, Carol.
Hmm.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's sunny now. And sky's turning blue. So all this stuff will be gone by.
Yeah.
It might be gone. The roads will be dry by the end of the day.
Did you have snow?
Yeah, I think we had like about a total of about 3 inches
Oh, wow.
with a bunch of ice in it too.
Oh, that's yucky.
Do what?
I said, that's yucky.
Oh yeah. Hey, guess what? I don't have to go nowhere. Nobody's got to go anywhere, so the cars can sit in the driveway, and the rest of the city can help the auto repair industry. Because I just saw a car going by behind us, and he must have been running 60. That's a 35 down through there. So, the crazies are out.
Oh, yeah.
And I know you guys that get snow all the time don't think much about it, but what the heck?
Why do I need to come down there, Carol? So the snow can follow me and then not get worse snow.
No, because they followed Valerie. I think it's her fault.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Did she keep snow on the ground all year long in Kansas?
No, not usually. Usually it would be well, it's not on the ground all year long, even in Michigan.
Well, I mean not all year round, but I'm talking about the winter months.
Yeah. She would have snow usually between December and like April.
Okay.
Here, there's usually snow on the ground from the end of October till sometimes May. Sometimes May. Oh, good.
Out of the blue, we might get snow in November, like a little snow in November, and it's gone the next day. If not gone the same day, In December, once in a while, we'll get some snow. But when we get snow, it's usually in January and February.
Yeah.
And usually it's February because that's our coldest month.
Yeah, it is here too. Usually. Yeah,
I hope Todd freezes his ass off when he gets out.
I know. I know. That is so funny. But yeah, I mean, he probably will. You guys don't have any plows or anything there?
Who, us?
Like snow plows?
We have a few.
Oh.
Not many. Now, the salt truck started working Thursday. They started putting, salt down on the roads on Thursday.
Yeah.
So that's what they try to do, is they try to kind of get ahead of it when they're calling for.
Mm-hmm.
No, every time we have snow, we do have some trucks, but they clear the main roads.
Mm-hmm.
And all the subdivisions and the non-main roads, they'll go days without being plowed if it stays on the ground that long. So at one point, one of our county councilmen said, okay, because we had so many people, I think we had snow on the ground for about 4 or 5 days because it was just really cold. And one of our county councilmen said, well, here's what I suggest we do. Since everybody's bitching because we don't have any snow equipment, we're going to put a $5 tax on every car registered in Mecklenburg County. And when we get like $2 million in that fund, that account will go away. and that fund will be used to pay for snowplows and things like that.
And salt.
And boy, you would have thought he slapped your mama with that comment. And
They
so
don't pay for it, huh?
we don't have it. We don't have the plows, and that's fine because it helps that, like, I guess Thursday, all the construction trucks, like the big pickup trucks and dump trucks for different companies, they have snowplows,
Mm-hmm.
and the county pays them to push roads and whatnot. So it does, it helps the economy that way, and I guess that's a good way to have to keep from having to spend millions of dollars for stuff that we might use, because there's years we don't have snow at all, we don't have ice at all, and I know that's what Valerie came down here for those years. But we just, we don't need it, so we just have to hunker down and just ride it out.
Well, like they have our road commission do the plowing and stuff like that.
Right.
And so when they're, like in the summer months and the warmer times, they're doing road repair and stuff like that. So it's not like, they're out of a job for,
Right.
any time, because they still have other stuff for them to do. And they're always doing road repairs in Michigan because the roads are crappy.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. That's why they, I think that's one of the reasons that they sub out to all these companies, when we do have snow to push. Snow is because it's not viable to buy all this snow pushing equipment. So anyhow, it's just is. We've just been chilling out.
Yeah.
I got a kerosene heater going out here in the sunroom because even though we have vents for the central heating, all this glass does not heat. I mean, it just doesn't get warm in here, and I'm old, so I have to have it warm. You know what I mean? And those kerosene heaters will throw out some heat.
You have kerosene heaters?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the freestanding kerosene heaters, like you buy at the hardware store, Lowe's, whatever.
Yeah.
We've got one of those.
And
we
so,
got it for emergency backup because if it rains real hard, sometimes we'll lose power.
yeah.
So I just want to stay warm. I want to keep Roberta warm. When the boys were little, I want to make sure they stayed warm, but now they can fend for themselves. Go get another coat on.
No.
Once that floor gets warm, though, I'll have all my cats will be laying around it on the floor. So y'all, you off today?
Yeah, I'm off today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Gotta get some stuff done. Gotta get some work done, and I went to the thrift store on Saturday and I bought a whole bunch of different stuff. I just felt like I needed some different stuff to look at, try and get excited about getting my store together, and that's just hard. It's just been hard lately, just to try and do what I'm supposed to do, but I need to do it.
Well, today, the last day of December, I ended all my stuff on eBay, and on the first, I started putting them back up, and then we got sick. And I think I got 50 things on my store.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to sit down here and try to get back to it. Get everything put back up.
Mm-hmm. So you took it off, and then, like, how are you putting it back up?
I'm just relisting it.
You're just relisting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm relisting and then I'm putting some new stuff up and then relisting some items and putting new stuff back up or
Yeah.
new stuff on. So
That's good. I don't know who that is. They've been
yeah,
doing that though. The Greek. It looks like a Greek. And it won't let me. It'll let me block, but it won't let me
translate.
But it looks like a Greek writing.
Yeah.
If you ask me. So you guys just been staying in this last couple days.
Yeah, we haven't had any place to go. So we just can you get your butt off the screen, please? Literally by the fireplace, the heater. We haven't had any place to get. We've had to go, so we got plenty of food and everything. We've just been chilling out.
Yeah.
And it's just what it happened that it was on a weekend, and today's Martin Luther King's birthday, so everybody's off work today. So it worked out at a good time if we were going to get it.
Does Mel run today?
Mel don't run to. It's Martin Luther King's birthday.
Okay. Kids aren't in school?
Kids aren't in school. Nah. No, that's one of the days they're closed. If the kids are out of school, if the kids are out of school, they have so many days that they don't have to make up. And if it runs into it, then they lose spring break. So we, one year we had storms, the power was out, we had like bad thunderstorms, that kind of thing. It was knocking power out. So kids were out of school a lot. And so they decided instead of tapping into spring break, they would start taking all these other holidays instead of going to school. I mean, not going to school, that they're off on Mondays. And so they used up all of them, including Martin Luther King's birthday. And people were raising hell about it.
Yeah.
So now the policy is that if they have to do makeup days, and they have to do it in spring break. So that makes a lot of people mad, because there's some people that book trips. I mean, if you're going to do cruises, and especially if you're doing a family where you got a bunch of people, you got to pay for it. You kind of book it off in advance, so you can make payments on it for those that need to make payments on it. Or if you go into Disney World or someplace like that, you book it way off.
Yeah.
And so the school attendance is just terrible during the spring break, if they have to use spring break.
Yeah.
So, we just have a bunch of whiny asses down here. I personally would rather use these other holidays. If I was a kid, I'd rather use these other holidays. And so I have my spring break. But then again, I'm an old guy thinking like an old guy.
Yep. Yeah, I know that they only have, like, for Christmas and the New Year, they only have a week that they get out of school.
Right.
And then on Easter, they get a week. And then they have the few holidays or whatever that is like a federal holiday.
Right.
And snow days probably take up a good 2 weeks. So if they has more snow days than what they're allowed, they have to They just add it to the end of the school year.
Do they?
There's Tara.
Hi guys.
Hey,
Hi.
Tara.
How you doing?
Pretty good. It's a
Yeah.
nice snowy morning in Kentucky.
Oh, is it snowy there too?
Well, it snowed overnight. We probably got maybe a little over an inch or 2 inches of snow.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No. But I will say it shuts down the roads here. I mean, it's different than like up north, like, well, it's like, because you're in the top of the bottom of Michigan. You get
Mhm.
like 10 inches of snow. It's like, well, day as usual. They get 2 inches here. Yeah, they can't drive on snow. And I will
That's
say,
so
because it's
stupid to
warmer,
me.
I think because it's warmer too, you get like the roads are slicker or icier.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
And
different because like up north, the snow's cold, so it's very dry.
yeah.
Hey, Bumcraft.
and once it starts thawing, it become if the roads don't dry up, it just becomes a big sheet of ice.
I saw something I've never seen in my entire life. When we drop off our UPS packages, there
Mhm.
you drive by the county shop where they have the plow trucks. Jim's like, "Oh my God, look at that! They're those big plow trucks with the plows on them. They have chains on the back wheels. You think they're going through the Rockies or something?" I'm like, but I will say, last year they had a plow truck way up in the sticks in the ditch. This year it had a plow truck way up in the sticks in the ditch, so they're just not used to driving on it or something.
And what people forget is that you can't drive as fast as you normally do.
And you gotta
No.
get off the brakes too.
Yeah,
When you hit the brakes, that's how you slide.
If I have to get out, I don't have any problems with the way I drive. I'm just slow
Yeah.
because I don't want to tear up my car.
Mhm.
Or tear up somebody else's car. Just take your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well, I
usually
ain't so
do
much
that.
worried. I'm not worried about us driving. I'm worried about the other people that don't know how to drive hitting us.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's just
Yeah.
it. All these good old boys down here have these big 4-wheel drive pickup trucks. They think they can drive just like they normally drive, but they hit a sheet of ice and
Yeah. Well,
I
there's a big
know.
difference between driving through mud and driving through snow. When you hit the brakes on mud, you usually stop. When you hit the brakes on snow, you are in this uncontrolled skid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even this, just like there's a road not too far away from me that's if you leave from my house going towards Charlotte, it's all a slope.
Yeah, we got
And
some pretty good hills
like
here.
today, if it doesn't stay warm enough for it to dry off, it'll be a big old sheet of ice
Yeah.
by 1 o'clock in the morning. If it drops back down to freezing, it'll be a big sheet of ice.
Yeah.
And so so we just stay at home.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
If we lose power, we light the kerosene heater up and put a fire in the fireplace, and I set a tea kettle over on top of the kerosene heater, and we have hot water all day.
Yeah, we just start the generator up, and if we still have internet, it's just life as usual.
Yeah, that's just it. And people got to be prepared. We've got food in the house. We went out and I was so embarrassed because we were really out of milk and bread, and I had to go get milk and bread, and I was like, let's just call it. Let's call.
Are your hey Tom, over in
Yes.
North Carolina, are your grocery store shelves real empty looking like Virginia or no?
Not as much, but they're getting that way.
I noticed. Well, they restocked, but I was like, oh Jim, I think it's hitting here a little bit because like I went by the lunch meat counter and there was absolutely no lunch meat in there. It was weird. Anyway.
Yeah.
And there was other stuff where it wasn't stocked very good. So I don't know.
They said they were on our Facebook yesterday. They were saying that our whole meat section was empty.
Yeah, ours was not empty, but it wasn't like stocked like it usually would be. But they like have on the news in Virginia where you go in the grocery store, there's just nothing in there.
I wonder why. I mean,
Well,
I
they
think
say
that-
there's a shortage of meat. There's a shortage of trucks be able to transport meat.
I think they have a shortage of truck drivers too.
Yeah.
maybe
So
that's
it's
definitely something to worry about.
I guess.
but it's I went into Food Lion, which is our local grocery store, and so when was that? The day before the snow hit, and I just went in there to pick up a couple. I was gonna make chicken and dumplings, and I needed some Crisco. So I went in there to get that, and then while I'm in there, I'm looking around to see what else I got, and it looked like a bomb had gone off in the store.
Huh.
And I saw the store manager, and I know her, and I said, Tanya, what's going on in this store? Because this was like at 8:00 in the morning. They hadn't been open long. She said, but she says we normally close at 11. She said we didn't close till 12 last night because the store was full. And she said at 12:00 we walked out the doors, and this is the way it was. She said the produce manager, the grocery manager, and the dairy manager had been there, and her had been there since 4:00 in the morning, trying to get stores straightened back up. And they were just rolling. What do they call them? U-boats? I think they're called U-boats. The long, slender thing that they stock product on in cases and roll out.
Well, I don't know.
Anyway, they were in the aisle. She said because they were waiting on. They had called in some extra people to come in and help them get the store straightened back up and get product on the shelves.
Yeah.
Just because they're hit that hard with customers, like people just buying stuff.
Yeah, just all those people coming in. And they have a couple of VPs that live not too far away from that store, so that's where they shop at.
Yeah.
So they didn't want their VPs coming in there. The store looked like, a total mess. But, I mean, that's just the way it is. People wait till the last minute and then they bitch because they don't have anything. But they told me at the store that, because I went in there one day and the dairy manager, I know him. I said, are y'all starting to run short of paper products again? He said, well, we're not getting as much as we were getting. He said, but we don't have anybody to put them on the shelves.
Yeah, I heard that about like the warehouses too that distribute it to the chains. It's like they're short of workers in the warehouses, so it's just not getting out, and you have like trucker shortages, and then it's just affecting the whole thing.
It was, but they'll, the store managers will move stuff around between stores if they have trucks, like a pickup truck. I might have told the story before. Back when I was doing merchandising, I went into a big Walmart, and there was product everywhere on pallets. And I went in there to do some work, and the person I saw, which was one of the co-managers, he said, "Tom, you can't do it today." And I said, "Well, I've got today, tomorrow, and the next day to do it." He says, "Don't plan on getting it done this week."
Huh.
And I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Because when they did inventory, they skipped like 3 aisles. And so the computer saw that we had nothing. It automatically started ordering product. And then when all this product started coming in, they had to, the associates were trying to put it up on the shelves. They're like, we've got this product. Why the shelves are full? Why did we order this product? And then they went back and they saw that there was areas of the store that they didn't inventory.
Wow.
So the computer saw it had 0, and so they shipped it in. Well, the store manager from that store and 2 other stores, they all rented U-Haul trucks and was going over there and getting product from his store and taking it to their store because they needed it or they could use it, trying to help each other out.
Yeah.
And I don't think that company does their inventory anymore. But he said you can't even get it because the stuff that I had. He said I saw the displays you're supposed to put up, and he said, but you can't get to it because there's like 12 cases of diapers sitting or in front of it, or 12 pallets of diapers sitting in front of it.
Oh my God.
Because that's what they were doing. They weren't getting like a pallet or something. They were getting 2 or 3 pallets of stuff, and they just didn't have the room for it.
Yeah. Well, our Walmart, because they don't have a third shift anymore. They used to do all their like stocking then. Now they do their stocking during the day, which is kind of a pain if you go in there to shop because you got like these people trying to stock and they got like moving pallets around or these big carts of inventory and stuff.
Well, that's what they're telling. One of the loss prevention guy at one of the Walmarts that I used to do work at, and I got to know. He said that they just don't have people to put the product on. And I said, well, cut the damn take those pallets out on the floor and those big wide center aisles you've got. Cut the top off of boxes and let people get what they want.
Yeah.
And he said, we want to do that, but the district manager won't let us do that. And I said, screw the district manager. If I can't come in here and find what I want, I'm going to go to the food line that's, right across the street from you, or the Harris Teeter that's down the street. And he's like, we've told them that. Well, I went back into that same store a few days later, and there was all these pallets with the boxes opened off the top of, so people could just get what they wanted. Because they didn't have anybody to, and this has not been too long ago. Well, it's back during the summer. People just couldn't get to, they didn't have people to put the stock out.
Yeah, that's hard.
And I think all these it's just my opinion, and I don't know everything, even though I think I do. I think these big stores, the grocery stores, they should be stock. They should have a third shift, and that's when they should stock.
Yeah.
Because I know from my own experience that if you don't have people in the store that you're having to deal with, you can roll those pallets out on the floor and throw stock.
Yeah.
And get it done. Because I don't like having to fight to get through aisles because they've got product while they're trying to stock the shelves during the day.
Yeah.
But I'm just old and cantankerous, so I just, everything pisses me off. Isn't that right, Tara?
Yeah.
Tara.
They started at my store. They started stocking all 3 shifts.
Yeah, I mean, we don't even have they don't have a third shift here. I don't know if they do any cleaning at night anymore, but yeah, I would assume they are. Well, they're like taking the tile up off the floor, so I'm assuming they're doing that third shift. But yeah, they used to stock. I mean, it used to be a 24-hour Walmart, and it's not anymore. I think it's open till like 10:30 or 11.
I know that's when ours does too. We used to be 24 hours.
If I want to go into Walmart at 2:00 in the morning, that's my right.
But they still stock overnight, even though they're closed.
I don't think ours are really stocking overnight.
I don't think ours either. All our stores, all our Walmarts in Charlotte were 24 hours, except one. And I asked the manager over that one time, and I said, "Why are you not open 24 hours?" He said, "Because I'll lose more money in that third shift than I'll make people walking out the door with stuff." Because he's kind of over in the dodgy area of Charlotte.
Yeah.
So he says they keep talking about doing it, and he said no.
Yeah.
He said, "I've never told my district manager or my vice president, the vice president over a district, no." And he says, "But every time they bring that up, I just tell them no."
Well, I'll tell you and we're not in a crimey area. I mean, it's a nice area, but I'll say it's different here because like when I lived in northern Wisconsin, if you went in Walmart, the flea collars weren't in locked cases. The baby formula wasn't in locked cases. It didn't have surveillance or anything. But down here, that stuff does.
Yeah. Yeah, our baby formula has down here. They have those cameras that if you move through them, it makes a chime.
Yeah, and it videotapes you. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just we've had a couple more fast food places to shut the doors up here because they can't get help. And honestly, I think we had too many fast food joints. and that they need to post.
You know what the other problem is with like fast food? Like if I go to McDonald's, it would cost for the three of us, it'll cost us like $34. It's almost like, well, why don't we just go to a sit down restaurant then? You know what I mean? It's like just buying food in a sack. It used to be like cheap. I mean, and I understand the cost of goods went up, the cost of labor went up. But I mean, it's like, well, then I might as well just go to this restaurant and pay $10 more, and I get to sit down and be served instead of getting it in a bag and eating it in the car or going home with it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for our crowd, it'll cost $50 for food for us.
Yeah, and it's just fast.
Why not go to someplace? You know, go to an IHOP or something like that, where you can actually sit down and have somebody waiting on you.
Yeah,
and you know, that kind of thing. Hey, Mr. Sadie, good morning.
When you turn into Venezuela, you can go to McGarbage Truck and eat out of the back of that. No waiting.
It's cheap too.
4 people can eat out of the back of a garbage truck at once.
Aren't you supposed to be out chopping wood?
I'm gonna go move my tractor. I had to plug it in because we got snow.
I know y'all laughing about it.
We did buy a tractor. We had to buy a engine heater for it because it won't start in this colder weather.
It's got no glow plugs, which I don't understand.
Oh, it's a message about school.
Are they closed?
Martin Luther King, we were closed anyway today.
Oh, okay.
Campbellsville.
Our kids are closed too. Our schools are closed too.
I'm in Campbellsville, Cindy.
Which, you know, if you've got traffic on the roads, and it's like it is now, where it's above freezing, and you got the cars moving on the roads, the sunshine, it'll dry a lot of the roads out around here. So,
for tomorrow. Will you stop?
Tara lives in the central Kentucky.
Yeah, right, kind of in the middle of the state.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Todd. Hi, Sally.
That's Brandon.
Yeah, guess what? It's Martin Luther King Day, and there's no school tomorrow.
They cancel school tomorrow because of the snow. Oh my god!
He's not kidding.
Well, get that young man dressed and tell him to get out there and split you some firewood. I'm talking about going outside and getting more.
Yeah, you're supposed to go do some work.
Yeah, put him out
you're gonna
there.
work on hanging up all your clothes
Get
today.
your inventory and coats.
Yeah, get your shit under control.
Get out there and cut some firewood so your mom will stay warm while she's earning you a living.
Yeah. He sells on eBay now himself. He buys his own crap and he has his own store.
No, 300.
Oh, 300.
Yeah, he did $300 so far his first month,
Wow.
which is pretty good for a little kid. Yeah, considering he doesn't work it every day.
And
That's
this
$300 is a big.
and get shoveling.
Right.
Mom, where's the clothes I have to hang up?
I'll do it after I'm done. Just go do your little thing.
It's just. So anyway, in a couple of days, it'll look like it's springtime around here.
Yeah, there isn't even enough to shovel, honestly, here. I mean, it's enough to make it white. I mean, there's, like I said, there's maybe a little over an inch. I don't think there's 2 inches, maybe.
Oh, we got blue skies. Carolina blue skies.
You know, and the grass is poking out. No grass is poking out.
Yeah.
Before he leaves you, look at what Duck Trader said. He's doing better than I am.
Yeah, let's go, Brandon, get shoveling.
Let's go.
Oh.
See, he's probably thank you, Jesus, every night before he goes to bed that he got the heck out of Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah, you never cancel school for this much snow up there. To tell you the truth, they never had Martin Luther King Day off up there. I mean, like I don't know why in northern Wisconsin. I mean, they always went to school on Martin Luther King Day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why I was asking, because I'm not sure that the kids have school today or
when we moved down here, I mean, that's the first time that they like recognize Martin Luther King Day and have no school. And since my kid was, I mean, in Wisconsin, it never was. This could be the school district again.
You know,
Yeah, I'm not sure that they have it off here too. I'm not sure.
picture this: South Carolina, 1975. Our schools, we didn't start school till the first Monday after Labor Day, and we got out of school like the last week in May.
He starts school like this year. He started it the 25th of August, but they also have fall break in October where they get like over a week off of school, which I'm like, October, you barely are into the school year and you're getting a week off, you know.
Yeah.
Christmas time with the weekends, he had like 20 days or 21 days off of school. When I was in school, I mean, we went to school. Our last day of school was the day before Christmas Eve. Then we had off from Christmas Eve till January 1st, and we had to be back at school January 2nd.
I bet you all are jealous of me.
Yeah, we're real jealous. Go away.
You didn't have digital school. You didn't have half day Fridays. You didn't have long weekends.
Yeah, so jealous. Go
Yeah,
away.
you're really jealous of me, probably.
Yeah, so jealous.
What happened to that little squeaky voice?
Yeah, he's turning into a man. Now he's getting like this hair lip and stuff. He's getting a thin little cheesy pencil like mustache on him.
He's getting a stash?
Trying to.
Somebody's calling you.
It's the school again.
You just need to put him out there moving firewood.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed their mind, Brandon. You got to go back to school.
When I was in high school, and I don't know about when you all were in high school, when I was in high school, teenage boys look like teenage boys. Like in my school, like by the time you were like, let's say freshman and sophomore for sure, you maybe had one or two guys that had facial hair. Down here, they have like these, you know, because we'll go to other schools for their football pictures. There's kids in full man beards in high school. I'm like, what in the what? I mean, when I was in school,
they
any
actually
dude with a full man beard, you know.
They have this service that goes around and they like, I don't know if they're like volunteers or something, but they it's kind of like the strike, you know, like they are, or the sting people that try to buy cigarettes and alcohol without validating.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
But one of our girls almost got fired the other day because she sold to a guy cigarettes that, or tried to sell cigarettes to a guy that had a full beard, and he was in high school.
Huh.
But was he underage is the question.
Yeah. I guess so.
Beard.
I think you have to be 21 to get cigarettes now.
Did they change it to 21 on cigarettes?
Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
that's federal.
Yeah.
But it's crazy. Well, the thing is like, if they're over, if they're under 30 years old, you're supposed to card them no matter what.
Yeah.
So, and that's a law.
One of our stores here in town, I can't remember which one it is, they have to scan your driver's license.
We
If
have
you
to
get
scan-
Yeah,
alcohol.
I saw that in
It
Wisconsin.
doesn't matter how old, you could be 100 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to scan it before they can continue on. And if you don't have a driver's license or you
That's
refuse to
cool.
let them scan it,
Yeah.
they'll hit that. They'll start putting stuff in a buggy and saying, "Thank you, come again," and they'll clean out their.
Yeah, Fleet Farm in
They're scanning.
Wisconsin, you could be 90. If you go buy in the gas station and buy cigarettes, they're going to scan your driver's license.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we still had student smoking lounge in high school. For the
Yeah.
first 2 years I was in high school. And then they changed the law, I think, when I was a junior, where you had to be 18 to smoke. And then they made the school like a smoke-free campus. But, I mean, yeah, when I was a sophomore, you got a special ID, you got a smoking student ID, and you went in the smoking lounge in between classes, which was outside.
We
You
didn't have
stood-
all that kind of
Yeah,
crap. We
it
just
wasn't a lounge. You stood outside, and in the winter, everybody stood around a burn barrel like a bunch of hobos or something.
we just had a smoking area. That's where
Yeah.
you smoked at. Even the teachers had to go out there.
Yeah,
to
they
smoke.
had their own. they had their own smoking lounge too.
Oh, the teachers smoked inside.
Yeah, they smoked inside. We had to smoke outside.
No, everybody had to smoke. Everybody had to go to. If you smoked on our campus, you had to go to the smoking area.
If you got sent in to go get a hold, if you had to talk to a teacher and they said, "Oh, that teacher's in the teacher's lounge," you knock on the teacher's lounge door. They open it up and they say, "Oh yeah, they're over there." They're sitting on a couch. You walk in there, it's like the waiting thing at the airport. It's just full of smoke. All the pilots and the stewardess are smoking. You walk in there, I mean, it's just a thick cloud of smoke. Every teacher's drinking a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette.
Oh boy.
Nah. I've always said it's lucky that we've made as many boys made it out of high school as they did, because with all the smoking and the polyester shirts, it's lucky that we didn't have lose a lot of people because of shirts blazing into fire.
Well, we did have that longer hair that covered up our ears to stop melanoma. So
Yeah, and this says that girls are getting their cycles at 8.
Yeah,
the hormones in the food.
Oh,
it's the chicken.
it's a chicken.
Why would they?
The chicken?
Well, we don't eat that much
Wait, why
chicken.
would they put estrogen in chicken?
I don't know.
I get like testosterone in chicken, but not estrogen. Does testosterone like make you grow more or no?
I don't know. What do I look like? Some kind of scientist? I
Yes,
just
you do.
sell junk.
your mom. You're supposed to know that stuff, or you're
Yeah, I
supposed to just
don't.
make up something.
Gotta look it up.
Yeah, they were talking about girls getting pregnant real early because their cycles are started. This because
What's more disturbing is why are they having sex that early?
Right.
yeah.
That's another question.
Well,
Oh my God, she's 8 years old and she's pregnant. Why is she having sex already?
my
it's
God.
like this. TikTok comes up on my Facebook, and some of these kids that's on TikTok are like, they look like they're 9 years old, 10 years old, and they're dressed like 30-year-old hookers. I mean, does people not dictate what their kids is acceptable for their kids?
When I was taking Brandon to football, like when we first started last spring, I was like, I can't believe the size of these kids. Now, later on, I learned because you had the option this year because of COVID where you could repeat your grade. You had a bunch of last year 8th graders stayed in 8th grade this year because they thought they'd win the middle school state championship.
But every other football team did that.
Yeah, but they didn't make it. But anyway, I mean, I'd be like, what in the heck are they feeding these kids? I mean, they'd be like, there's linemen on there that are 250 pounds. I mean, and I think like if you see me next to Brandon, he looks fairly big. You put him out in that field with those other kids, he looks medium size.
Wow.
There was a kid that was smaller than him. They had like one of these like scrimmage things before season with other teams. He was smaller than Brandon. They put him on the line in the 7th grade, and the other team just walked up and they just shoved him. And the poor little kid, he flew back like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
5
floppy hair
feet.
kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
5 feet just landed right on his ass. I'm like,
No.
oh my God, that poor
That's
kid.
not what happened.
You weren't there that day.
Oh, there was another instance where it happened because I saw him get hit, and he got hit. He went backwards on his feet. It was like in the movies where they pull him backwards with a cable to look like they're launched or whatever in a superhero movie. This kid literally, like, he was shot out of a cannon. They hit him so hard. He was gone. Like 2 practices later, he wasn't there anymore. He finally quit.
Oh my
No,
God.
he comes back and forth. I don't know if they dropped him down into the 6th grade because he was small or
That
what.
poor kid.
Yeah.
He was like a third the size of all the other players.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
His
just more
parents
cases.
probably fed him from the garden or something.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
Not
I
kidding.
said we gotta start like injecting our son with steroids and stuff like that.
Well, steroids will make me gay.
Oh, they will.
Well, that's okay.
Well,
Make
that's
you
just
what?
a side effect. It'll be
I
fine.
love you anyway.
We still
You
love
know
you.
what? Okay, so I seen a documentary or something, and it said something about the whole metrosexual era and all of that, and guys that were just too feminine. It was because of not drinking out of metal cups or eating off of metal plates.
What?
That it was from drinking out of plastic.
Huh.
And eating off of plastic.
Oh, I eat off of
plastic has
glass.
estrogen in it.
Huh.
Oh no! So when I
Um,
drink out of a
Of
plastic
course,
milk jug, I could lose my masculinity.
Yeah, I noticed it's been
Yeah,
happening to you.
Yeah, I have a Yeehaw plastic cup, so I sell it.
Yeah. Oh, you go off me! You're too big.
And it's hee-haw, not yee-haw.
It's hee-haw, you nitwit.
Why should I
Oh,
care if
Lord.
I sell it?
Why don't you go
Hee-haw.
work on your eBay?
Ow!
Yeah, either go out and chop wood and move it up to the house or up to the host, or
Did you sell that monster hat yesterday?
What monster
get
hat?
in there and
I
list.
offered you 15
Oh
bucks.
yeah, no.
Oh,
Even though I dropped the price to $15.
jerk.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know how to accept offers, so I just changed the price and it puts decline offer. Then I will say I lowered the price on the listing.
Oh. Do you have best offer on your listings?
No.
Oh, but it must just automatically have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, his listing page is like way different than mine. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like he'll go up there and be like, "Here, will you help me with this?" And his like listing page is like completely different than my listing page.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't turn off automatic listings.
What is it? All where it just automatically relists it for you. Oh.
Is that in your name?
Yeah, it's his store. It's in his name. He has
Oh,
his
it's
own
in his
checking
name.
account. Yeah, no. He has his own checking account. It deposits in his own bank account, and it's all him.
No, Tar,
That's
he's
good.
not old enough to have his own store. So.
Well, then,
Oh, is it in my name?
No, I just lied about his age.
Oh, Jim lied about his age. Yeah, because you are supposed to be 18 to have a store. Is it 18?
Yeah.
Yeah. He had to lie about his age. But yes,
Well-
it is in his actual name, and then
Well,
it
if he
goes
keeps-
into his own checking account.
if he keeps making money, then you just need to rent. You need to put him a bathroom into that building you have behind the house and rent it out to him.
Yeah, he needs to start paying. Yeah, he's got the perfect thing because right now I'm buying
Well,
and he gets to sell it for profit.
Well, I'll pay you, okay? I'll pay you, okay? How much do I owe you?
I don't even know. You couldn't even start to pay me back for everything I've given you.
$20.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it is not $20.
$26.
I could tell you things about the night you were born, Brandon, that would curl your hair.
Okay, go.
What? You had sex with
Okay,
a
all
person?
right, now that's fine. Get out of here.
Brandon,
What?
go away.
Yeah, go away. You can talk like that. You've offended us.
Mr. Stay says he chews skull long cut when he's feeling feminine.
Oh my God, when Jim was in high school, I think you could chew while you were in class as long as you didn't
You couldn't
spit.
spit on the floor or in the bubblers.
Yeah, as long as you didn't spit, you could chew while you were in school.
Teachers
Wow.
chewed. They'd pack a dip right in the front of class.
We go to this auction during the week on a weeknight. That guy has a plug of chew. He buys that long cut that they get in the bag. It's about the size of an orange. Okay, his lips are actually stretched out from packing so much tobacco in it. But I mean, it's big. I mean, it looks like like when you see a squirrel and they got so many nuts in their lip that it's way stretched out. That's what his
Oh.
one side looks like. And then he'll be talking and he'll be spraying that long cut tobacco will be coming out of his mouth.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it's quite a sight.
That's horrible.
He packs a fat lip.
Yeah, he wears bib overalls. He's a big guy. He's taller than Jim. He must be 6'8". Probably weighs. He got hot, so he took his sweater off or sweatshirt off. I'm like, oh my God, Jim, he forgot to button up the sides of his overalls. So you see his Omar the tent maker white underwear sticking, out. I'm like, oh my God.
His Lucy, they're jockey shorts, but they're like super stretched out, so they're loose and saggy. And they're kind of like this really off-white ivory color. Let's put that way.
Go away, Jim. Go away.
I only looked once, and then I didn't look again. Because Tar's like, look. I'm like, oh man, why'd you make me look at that?
I had to tell you.
That's hilarious.
You are not right.
They're very nice people. But yeah, there's some real characters that go to that weeknight auction.
When I was in the hospital with my dad, he's sitting there in a gown, but he's got his knees up. And for the rest of the family's up by the top of the bed. I don't know how I got stuck in the chair at the foot of the bed. But I go, hey, Dad, could you put your legs down? I'm getting a shot of the old sod.
Oh my God. I had to pick up his dad after his pacemaker. Okay, so I go to pick him up, and like I'm gonna walk into the room. So I'm just going around the door, not thinking of it. And I'm going to like say a joke, like, you ready to get out of here or whatever. So I walk in the door, and I don't know how, it was like at a perfect angle. And it isn't like I'm looking, the perfect angle. He's sitting there in his gown, obviously naked underneath. I'm like, oh, good grief. Got a shot of what I didn't need to see. I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave and I'm going to let you put some britches on before I come back in here anyway.
Hi, Mike. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You had the young cow and you want to try out the old bull.
I did not try out the old bull. Oh, my mom. Jim accidentally saw my mom's boob once, so it's going to happen.
I thought it was her elbow.
He thought it was her elbow,
She
and
was
it was
wearing
her
like
boob.
this sweatshirt. It was kind of cut or something. So when she's getting out of I had this Cadillac. I'm helping her out the door. Well, all of a sudden I see her elbows hanging out of the bottom of the sweatshirt. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's her arm. That's not her elbow. And if that's not her elbow, that means that's uh-oh.
That's what happens when your parents get overly sick and you have to help them out. You're going to see stuff you didn't want to see.
Gravity rules, baby.
Well, I was in the nursing home, so you're used to it, Sally. But that's not just like Bob's out. It's like, but when it's your parents, it's like, oh, I really need to see that.
It's like playing automobiles. Those aren't pillows.
Yeah.
Y'all are just not right.
Yeah, that's Tom. It's part of life.
Oh, I know.
Oh yeah,
I had to deal.
Tom's old. He's had his kids accidentally see stuff.
No, Tom's been to the doctor about whatever. There ain't no hidden secrets anymore. I'm only 57 and I don't have any secrets.
When my dad got real bad, modesty just went out the window. You just had to do what you had to do to take care of him. And
yeah,
I mean, it's just what you have to do.
Yeah.
I used to do DNA.
I know you used to work in care facilities.
I've seen as many tits, ass, nannies, and penises to be good for the rest of my life. Yeah.
We had
all, and it's all too much.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something weird when it's your parent throwing away, because I like to pretend to my parents are like, like Barbie dolls. There's just nothing down there or whatever.
They tried my mom.
You were born through immaculate conception?
I was, yes. I was immaculate.
Your parents never did it.
Well, my mother was a saint.
My mom had a mild stroke, last week. So I'm at the hospital. They're getting her up to get her dressed or whatever. She's wearing no back on the gown or whatever. I'm like, oh, hey, I'm just going to go outside the hallway.
I got stuck in the corner. You didn't get me out because I got stuck. Everybody pinned me in the corner. I just turned around and looked at the wall.
When was this one?
Yeah, when they're doing that transfer, and then she decided she had to go to the bathroom, except they put me in with that commode and people, and I'm like, I'm stuck here. I'm going to turn around and face the wall.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, you're real quick. You're like, whoo, you just fly on out.
Yeah, because I'm like, well, somebody should just, I don't need to see my mom's foot.
Yeah, like it says, I've been in healthcare. You can't scare me.
No. No, you're pretty much used to everything if you're in healthcare.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to deal with it. Well, we're gonna shut her down for today.
Yeah, it's probably time to get to work.
Can't give you all the stories today.
Alrighty.
Not very much educational stuff, but
yeah, we got all the good stuff.
Y'all have a great day.
Yeah.
make some monies.
Try. And we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye, guys.
Welcome, Dios.